Hello, everybody, and a very good afternoon. Really happy to see so many of you joining us on a Friday afternoon. It's 3 p.m., and I'm really excited to start with the Elevate Me Friday webinar that we do every Friday. Unfortunately, we don't have my lovely co host, Michelle, today, so I'll be doing it on my own. So I'm just going to give it a few more seconds before we start off. But yeah, I'm hoping all of you are having lovely plans ahead for this month, for this weekend. It's a festive month. It's the time of the month that most of us are in love with. But I know whoever is joining us on this session today has a lot of other questions in mind. You're thinking about a lot of other things. So you don't need to worry about anything. Just hang in there. We will get into the details about our boot camp and how we'll be able to help you out in just a few seconds. And just a reminder, if you have any questions, please feel free to put it up in the Q&A, little Q&A window below. And I'll definitely take this up at the end of the session. Okay. It's nice to see that there's a full house today. Perfect. So I think we can start off. So just to introduce myself, my name is Niti, and I'm the career services manager here on the bootcamp. And yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you about our fast track program today. So before we get into that, let's just understand what exactly Elevate Me is all about, who we are, what is it that we do, and how is it that we're going to answer that biggest question or the biggest challenge that you have in mind right now, which is all about the job search? Like I said, I know it's a festive month. All of you are excited about that, but you have a lot of questions. So we get right into it. So when it comes to Elevate Me and who we are, happy to state or very thrilled to state that we are the very first online bootcamp that provides end-to-end solutions specifically for international students. Now, there are a lot of boot camps out there in the US, but none of those boot camps are specifically designed for international students. Now, why is it specifically designed for international students, or why am I saying this? I'll come to that in an upcoming slide. But what we've done here on the bootcamp is design courses which is going to meet your needs, meet your timelines, meet your requirements on the job search. Okay, that's basically what we're offering here at Elevate Me. And then our mission is to make sure that you have the job that you're looking for and you get into that an amazing company, or you achieve your American dream. Now, that's what we want you to achieve on the bootcamp. We are also very, very happy to state that we are accredited by the state of Ohio, which means we are registered with the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio tracks everything that we do, how the students are progressing, are they successful on the boot camp? So we have a lot of accountability if you think about it. And apart from the accountability part, now, if you think about the fact that when you complete the boot camp, you have the certification from us and you have the certificate up on your LinkedIn, it carries a lot of weightage and credibility as well because we are associated with the state. It's not one of those random boot camps out there which does not hold any accountability. Okay, so there's a lot of weightage in the certificates that we provide when students graduate after our boot camp. And then when it comes to what we do, there are two folds to this. Okay, so one is to make sure that you have all of the technical skills to be very successful on the job that we're going to enable you with so that you get the H-1B visa that you're looking for, right? Sponsorship is the most important thing. The visa is the most important thing for you. So we have that in place, and then all of the career support that you need. Okay, so let's kind of walk through what our technical as well as our career support looks like. So, on the technical skills, happy to state that we have a very hands on course, which is mentor led. Now, this is the most exciting part because mentor led means you have somebody you can fall back on, you can ask questions to. Of course, there are no dumb questions. So, if you have anything that you're not sure about, you can reach out to your technical mentor. Our technical mentor comes with years of experience in the corporate world. So he was a data analyst, he was promoted to a data scientist. Eventually in his career, he felt like he needs to come back and give back to society and help students like you transition into the field that they love. So that's a little bit about our mentor. So you will be doing a live project under our mentor once you join the bootcamp. And what this does is it helps you enhance your portfolio. And let me tell you, a portfolio is a game changer. Now, if you have a good and strong portfolio, it just makes it a lot more easier for recruiters to give you a call back. If you do not have a strong portfolio, what does happen is you could just get a reject. We've had so many students who come onto the boot camp, they're applying for a lot of jobs, but they don't really get the response back. And that's simply because they haven't worked on the portfolio. So what we do here on the boot camp is also give you that support to build a strong portfolio, show this real world experience onto your boot camp, onto your portfolio, which by the way is a US experience of yours, if you think about it. A lot of the companies in the US requires you to have US based experience. And that's what we are offering you here on the bootcamp. And yeah, I'm so thrilled to see Michelle, my co-partner, has joined. I'm so excited to see you, Michelle. How are you?
I am good, Nidhi. Thank you for helping out. As I shared, my internet is being a little tricky today, so I apologize, everybody. So beautiful to see you.
Yeah, so happy to have you on board, Michelle. So, like I mentioned, guys, my lovely co-host was missing for the day. She's on. I'm really thrilled about it. So, Michelle is our career coach on the bootcamp. Just to give you an introduction of her, she comes with more than 16 years of experience. So, if you have any questions about the job search, feel free to put up in the Q&A. We'll be more than happy to take it up. And yeah, Michelle, so I was just talking to them about what we do. And yeah, and then we'll take it up like how we usually do it. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
So perfect. So I was talking about the portfolio and how important the portfolio is and how we're going to be able to help you build a strong portfolio for the through the boot camp. And then, of course, the most exciting part, our career services team. So one of the things that I'm really happy to state is that you're going to have personalized one-on-one coaching calls with your career coach. So it could be Michelle. We'll have other coaches as well. So you'll definitely have a call with your career coach right from the first week. Once you're in the boot camp, you have access to getting on a call with your career coach. And what can the career coach do for you? The career coach comes, like, since Michelle comes with more than 16 years of experience, having placed thousands of people in the US job market, she knows exactly the little nitty gritties of the job market, how to get your resume ready, how to get your GitHub ready, your LinkedIn. How do you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself? There is a lot that goes into it, right? So some of us might feel like, okay, we have the information, but no, there's a world of a difference that comes in when there's a coach with you. Apart from that, we also have a dedicated team who will be doing the job applications on your behalf while you're going through the live project with us. I mean, how exciting is that? It just saves up more time and it just gives you that additional support. And then the most important part, like I said, the real world experience that you need is something that we offer. So the experience on the bootcamp can be called out as as a fellowship on your resume, and that's what we enable. So you have an actual experience to show in the US. So I'll quickly move. There's a lot of ground to cover. So apart from everything that I just spoke about, the most exciting thing is we also have a 100% money back guarantee, which means at the end of the 8th month, if you do not have a job through the bootcamp or with our support, then you have your 100% money back. Okay. And okay, yeah, we will get into a bit of more details, but then yes, over to you, Michelle.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nidhi. So let's kind of look a little bit further into what we offer, and let's break it down a little bit more to show you how we are here to support you. The first three breaks it into our technical program, and the last three is our career support. Neither of these holds any more importance or less important. They are all so exciting and so important. Our live project that Nidhi had kind of touched upon in our last slide, or 2 slides before. The live project is something that we are so excited about, and what it really does help you with is that it enhances that GitHub. It makes you competitive, and we touch upon that portfolio on the third section. This is making you stand out. So sometimes it's, What do I have to do with the boot camp? That is making you stronger. So while you are coming to us with knowledge, and we recognize that, we hear that, we are helping you grow, develop, and make you better. So you are good right now. We're making you better because that is what the market is dictating. We want you to succeed. We want you to get those final offers on that first and second type interview. That is the goal, and that is why we have that live project. It is, as you can see, mentor-led. It is one-on-one, hands-on with our expert technical mentor who is fantastic. Nidhi and I are hands down fans of our technical mentor. We love and think he's fantastic. We know you will as well. So as you are working on this live project, you also have the option to do skills enhancement, right? That fundamental. So there's 2 optional capstone projects. Yes, we say optional because you don't have to do it. But as I just prefaced, you want to take your skills to that next level. Here at Elevate Me, we want to do just that. Elevate you, take you to all the way up here. This will ensure that employers are looking at your resume, looking at your GitHub. So we offer this because we've heard what the market dictates. As Nidhi shared, I have over a decade and a half of experience. Nidhi does as well. So we know what it takes to get hired. We come from a boot camp experience. We have shared this insight to produce a very strong program. So while you are working on this live project, the skills enhancement and building up your portfolio, you're also getting comprehensive feedback on your technical assessments. We're giving you that type of support. Let's get into career support. And it is just that, my friends, it is support. We are here from day one to support you with everything that you need. Let me break it down for you. And if my list gets too long, please stop me because the services are vast and mighty. So if you start to fall asleep with the extensive long list, all right. So what do we hear, right?
That was a good call out, yes.
That was a good, yeah. All right. So let's talk about what we offer here on your support. And I'm going to stress that word support. You have personalized, holistic career guidance tailored to your goals and backgrounds. You have assistance in developing a clear and actionable career plan. You have strategic advice from day one on how to navigate the job market and build a professional network. You receive comprehensive feedback and editing of your resume to align with industry standards. Let me also share that this is while you're working with your career coach. You also have a dedicated career services exec team. You will have guidance on how to craft an impactful, competitive LinkedIn profile. You will have support in tailoring your resume. You will be able to conduct mock interviews with real-time feedback with either your career coach or your technical mentor. We go over tips on effective communication, problem solving, storytelling, and how to handle those tricky behavioral interview questions. We share with you how to research companies, right? Align those responses to the company values and goals. You guys excited yet? Because I'm not done with the amount of support, right? As I was kind of sharing a few minutes ago, we assist you in creating a comprehensive GitHub repository, right? And our technical mentor also goes over how to review and refine it. With your career coach, you're going to have regular check-ins to track your progress, address any challenges, any problems, so that way you can continue on your journey successfully. We also share, and this is on that human support, we provide emotional support and motivation to keep you feeling confident and focused in this process. We do realize how stressful it could be. Sometimes it does become a little demotivating. We are here to provide that type of support, right? Let me go back over that mock interview preparation. The mock interviews are tailored to your specific roles and industries that you are targeting. We ask specific interview questions for that desired role. We introduce realistic scenarios to help you practice for those problem-solving and critical thinking skills. We give you tailored feedback or detailed feedback to ensure what you did well and what are some areas of improvement. We work on body language, communication, verbal cues, maybe smiling a little bit more. And then we teach you that beautiful structured STAR method. Would you like to hear a little bit more? Because I've got a whole lot more, folks, as well as that technical interviewing practice, simulating coding challenges, data analysis tasks, case studies, whiteboarding and pair programming, right? And review of technical concepts. All of this is taking place upon enrollment and throughout your journey. This is the level of support that you receive while you are here. Everything is a holistic approach. It's not a one-stop shop where we do one thing for everybody. Everything is tailored to your needs because we here care about you as a human. If you notice that, human support. Nowhere on our websites, on our emails, will you find hours of operation. We are always here for you, whether it be any of the different types of calls that I mentioned, reaching out on WhatsApp. I will say if Nidhi and I are sleeping, most likely it's going to be virtually impossible for us to respond to you. I have not seen that actually happen where somebody can respond while they're sleeping. But the word impossible is in itself impossible. So you never do know. But we are always here. So that's why you'll never see hours of operation, my hours of when I'm available, Nidhi's hours when she's available, or even our technical mentor. We are here because it's human support and all those services. It's not one or the other, it's all of this. This is everything we offer. And there was a few more. I figured some of you were probably needed your fifth cup of coffee after I just shared that really long list. Everything that we do for our students, because your success is our success. Nidhi, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was so well explained. I'm sure there's a lot of things that students are thinking about. Oh, wow, I didn't know a boot camp would support us with all of this. And I can't emphasize enough on even the human support, of course, the mock interview support. I mean, we've had so many students go through mock interview support alone and land jobs within weeks of joining the boot camp, which is fantastic. Perfect. So now this slide is very exciting for me because in the first slide, we were talking about how we are a boot camp, which is designed specifically for you. So in this slide, we're going to understand why or how is it designed for you. Okay, so this is the fast track course. And as it's mentioned, it's a very fast course. We've designed for it to be in such a manner that you're in the boot camp, you get all the technical skills and have a great portfolio done, and then you're out with a job at the earliest. Okay, so that's how we've designed it. The duration of the entire course is 5 months long. And it's, as I said, it's designed specifically for students like you, international students who are probably graduated on the OPT period. Enrollments with us are on weekly basis. Okay, so there are a lot of boot camps out there. They have monthly enrollments. We don't do that here. We have weekly enrollments simply because we know some of you just don't have the time. You're crunched on time. So if you're interested on enrolling with us today, if you have a discussion with the admissions team, you're with us as early as Monday. Okay, so that's how the bootcamp enrollment works. Every Monday, we have a new batch joining us. And our technical training, so the live project that I was talking about initially, we have a mentor-led live project. The duration of that live project is 2 months long. And this live project is really exciting because you work in a group environment, and it's very much like an office, simulated office is what I would say, where you're working on different parts of the project and you're coordinating with others within the team to complete it. I mean, how exciting is that? And it's all observed by the mentor. Okay, so that's how the live project works. And then, of course, the job search. Now, the job application process or marketing, as you might know it, can run up to 5 months. Now, how is that? As early as week 1. Now, once you're on the boot camp, if you have a great resume, resume. We do have a lovely ATS friendly resume format, which Michelle has prepared. You just need to copy paste your content, your resume details into it, and you have an awesome ATS friendly resume. So if you have your resume in place, you can get your GitHub and your LinkedIn updated and go through mock interviews just for us to understand where you are. You can get into marketing very, very soon. And we've had students move into marketing very, very early as well. So it's teamwork. That's how I would say it. We kind of partner with the students and make sure that they move into marketing very soon. So even as early as week one, if you can get all of this done, fantastic. You can start off with the job application process, right? And that's the kind of support that we give here on the boot camp. So yes, now over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. And I love how when you explain it that way. Now let's take a look at a different view and how what Nidhi just shared could also be a little bit fluid. Let me explain a little bit more. You see it in phases 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1 and 2 are fluid, meaning that you don't have to go from 1 then to 2. It could be 2 and 1. But at no time are you losing career coaching. Career coaching is in every phase, which is very exciting. So the moment you enroll, you have career services. So Nidhi just shared that everything starts on a Monday. Yes, career coaching starts on a Monday. But let me back up that the live project, our boot camp, the technical program starts the first of every month. So if you were to enroll or talk to admissions today, please do elevateme.pro and click on the enroll button or apply now. You would start on December 16. That you would begin career services on December 16. However, the technical program begins January 6th. That's the first of every month. So which phase would you fall under? The answer would be phase 1. Phase 1 being that the live project begins in phase 2. So what happens in phase 1? Hopefully you all followed me. Phase 1 is where those capstone projects come in, where you have plenty of time to do the capstones. You can begin career coaching, getting your marketing materials ready. So you have a great 2.5 weeks-ish to get everything done. I think 2.5-ish.
Yeah,
Is it?
that should be good.
Yeah. So now you're building up your GitHub, you're making it more competitive, you're feeling more secure, you're not feeling rushed and pressured with the live project. Everything is moving in a great time management approach, but you're also building up your GitHub. Come January 6th, now you enter phase 2. Career coaching is still continued. Now you move into that phase 2 with the mentor-led live project. Your live project begins, you still have career coaching. You want to finish up your capstones if you didn't finish? Not, of course. But now you've entered the fast track live project because as it states, it is fast. Nidhi had a cold 2 weeks ago. She sneezed and our cohort is over, right, Nidhi? I mean, you were.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm feeling better now. And yeah, the students have graduated and we're getting their certificates ready. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think we talked on a Monday. You weren't feeling well. And the next time we talked, they graduated.
They're
So,
done.
yeah, I mean, it was that. I think you had one big long sneeze. It was amazing, right? I mean, it was so. Therefore, my friends, as I'm sharing that, be careful and not sneeze because if you sneeze, it's going to be over. And then if you blink and sneeze, oh my goodness, you're gonna miss out. Therefore, not allowed to do that. Just kidding. Of course you are allowed to do that, but try and sneeze with your eyes open. I think that's virtually impossible, but don't try that. Kids, don't try that at home. Oh, all right. So now we've entered phase 2. Let me give you another scenario. Let's say it is January 3rd, right, which is a Friday. Which phase do we go into, right? You've gone on to elevateme.pro, you've clicked that little apply now button, you've signed up, gotten all that paperwork done, and you're so excited. Which phase do we go into? We would jump into phase 2. This is where it's fluid because January 6th is when our live project begins. So you would go right into there. You would begin with your mentor-led project, you still have the option, of course, to do your 2 capstones, 100%. You can still do them, right, in your spare time, but you would be enrolled in the fast track. You'd be working with your batchmates and going through that. And yes, career coaching would take place. As this progresses, as Nidhi shared, right, it is fast, it is 5 months. So where does phase 3 come in? I love that question. See, Nidhi was asking that question and I heard it, right? Because we
Oh,
are
yeah,
so,
you heard it.
I did, I heard it because you and I are
Right.
just so connected. I heard you
Yes,
ask it.
yeah.
All right. So within the time frame of that 5 months, marketing is really 4 months, right? You're in that program for a month, we get you ready. You slowly move into the job application support. So we have it now for the 4 months. So it happens, but remember you sneezed, right? Program's over, right? And so it kind of just all moves together. And then you move into the job application support with career coaching. As I shared, right, that extensive support list with the technical mentor and with your career coach, all that preparation is still happening. And now you have your dedicated recruiting team to help you with all of that administrative tasks of applying for jobs and doing all that. And now you have them doing it. So that's why you see it's very fluid and it works to help in your benefit and your support to ensure your career goals. Back over to you, Nidhi.
Thank you so much for explaining it like that, Michelle. And yeah, you can, as you can see, guys, this is very, very fluid, right? And that's why we emphasize it's designed specifically for international students just like you. Now, this slide, like I said, I'm very excited to share, talk about the different slides I have. I think I have some of the best slides on the deck. And so in this slide, we're going to talk a little bit more about how is it that our bootcamp is designed to help you get the job. Because we do get that called question sometimes. Hey, I've been applying for 200, 300 jobs a week. I'm not getting it. What is it that you guys going to do separate, unique, that's going to ensure I get the job? So let me highlight again the one-on-one career coaching support from day one. It makes a world of a difference when you have a career coach to talk to beside you. You have weekly calls with the career coach. We really encourage you, students to do that, right? Because the insights and the information that you get from somebody who has placed thousands of people in the US job market, it's not comparable to anything else, right? Apart from that, the real-time experience that you add into the US in the resume, which is based out of the US. We've had students who've joined us who've got a good resume, they've got some experience back in their hometown or back in their country, but not in the US. And in the US job market, you need to have some experience in the US. And a bootcamp experience is a legit, real way, absolutely nothing fabricated, right? I'm sure you're aware of a lot of other options out there in the market, right? Nothing fabricated, real experience that you put up, which you can talk about confidently during the interviews. And it's never going to come back and haunt you as well. And of course, the job application, the marketing. So the team is there, they're doing more than 100 quality applications per week. Oh, I missed out to put in the word quality. Even again this time, Michelle. I should do that. Yeah, so it's quality applications. Our team are applying to top companies. We've had students who've interviewed at Meta, IBM. They've got jobs in awesome companies. So, yeah, we have quality applications done through the team. And then the mock interview training. Can't emphasize on this enough. We've had students who've come on board who felt like they know how to answer all the questions. And then when they interview with us, they realize, oh my God, I've been doing it wrong all this while. My answers were just not perfect. And that's the reason I was not able to get through. So it's a lot of learning. And that's what we offer here on the bootcamp as well. We not only offer you mock behavioral interview with your career coach, but also mock technical interview training with the technical mentor team. So you can always hop on a call with them, give them the job description, tell them, hey, I have an interview day after or tomorrow. I want you to help me prep for it. And that's what we offer you. Okay. And yeah, we've seen a lot of success through this. So I hope you understand how is it that we ensure you get the job once you've joined the bootcamp with us. So yes, over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Nidhi. Folks, take a look at this slide. This to me just screams awesomeness. all of these companies on here are just a handful of the companies that we apply to on a weekly basis. And you may be familiar with some of them: Bank of America, IBM, AWS, Capital One, Cognizant, Salesforce, AT&T. Big name companies, companies that you want to work for. It is not exclusive, and it's not the only companies. There's not enough time and there's not enough slides to list all of the companies that we apply to, but this is just a handful. What you will not see on here are consultancies. We do not put you into consultancies. We do not apply for them. Staffing agencies, yes, because that's just something that happens here. Companies that sponsor H-1B, absolutely. We go after the companies that you want. That's why this screams awesome, fabulous, fantastic. We apply to the companies when they have the positions that you are seeking. So for example, we may apply to a position at Home Depot who is hiring, which they are hiring right now, but they may not be hiring, or a position may not be open next week. So that may not be possible. A month from now, they're going to be hiring for a position that we want. So it really depends on what the company is offering at the time. So all of these companies have jobs. It just may not be the job that you are looking for. So we just may not do it at that time. But we are always applying and always checking out all of these companies because we do company specific job descriptions, company related job applications. So it's super cool. Right? So look at all that. Look at all of that. And if you see Meta. All right, back to you, Nidhi.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Perfect. And yeah, we do have students who are interviewing. So Meta and Amazon and IBM. Yeah, super excited for them. Moving over to the next slide. Now, in this slide, we're going to talk a bit about how is it that you're going to show the bootcamp under your work experience section, right? You might be wondering, it's not like I'm employed with the bootcamp. How do I show it under the work experience section? And how do I make it look like a real US experience that I've gained? This is how you do it. So you call yourself out as a data analytics and machine learning fellow or a fellow trainee, right? And it's just a fellowship. So you're going through a fellowship, you're undergoing a training under a mentor on the bootcamp. And this is how usually bootcamp resumes are. So recruiters understand it. And you can put in the details of the project that you've done through the bootcamp. So we have an example here of the capstone project in data analytics, machine learning, and you can put a lot of juicy information into it, like what was the problem statement that you were trying to solve, what were the tools that you used, what were the final outcome that you had. And these are things that recruiters love to read because they want to know what is it that you solved and the skills that you bring on the table, right? So that's what we enable through this. And of course, it doesn't go only under the work experience section. The bootcamp experience should also go under your education section. It can also go under your certificate and licensing section as well. So I hope that kind of explains about how this works on the bootcamp. And yeah, I think we're done. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can begin putting in your questions at the bottom, that little tab, Q&A. If you would like more information, you want to check out our website, please visit us at elevateme.pro. Again, our website where you can find the Apply Now button is elevateme.pro. You can also reach out to us and give us a quick phone call. Our expert admissions advisors are there right now waiting for your call at 614-965-8005. Again, our phone number is 614-965-8005. If you're just not so comfortable getting on that phone, but you would prefer to email and have somebody reach out to you, we do have a beautiful email for you. It is info@elevateme.pro. That is INFO, info at elevateme.pro. Again, we have admissions advisors that are there, right? Even though it is Friday afternoon, they are still available for you. They will answer all of your questions. They are incredibly knowledgeable. Please reach out. And once again, please continue putting in your questions. We are going to open up the floor for our Q&A period. And so without further ado, we're going to turn that over. Right?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'll just stop sharing here. And I'm so happy to see that we're getting questions already. That's good. That's always a good sign. So the first question that we have is, do you guys apply for full-time jobs, internships? What does that look like? Okay, that's a great question. We do apply for full-time roles, right? That's what we're focused on. Internships, if you're open to internships, we can definitely help you with internships. And then our team will always ask you what your preferred roles are. Though you need to be open to roles, that a range of roles that will be suiting your background and your skill set. But then, yes, I hope that kind of answered. Michelle, if you want to add on anything.
No, I think, yeah, you covered that especially that last part. We always ask what the students are looking for, because we want to make sure that we are supporting them in what they want. So, but yes, it's always full-time, but if they want something else, of course. So yeah, you covered it.
Yes, we hear you and we support you with what you need. Okay. Okay, so the next question that I have is, can you talk to me a bit more about the live project? Michelle, do you have details of the live project, if you would be able to share?
Yeah, so thanks for asking that question. So it's a comprehensive real-time project that you'll be using a real US-based company, and you'll be doing data manipulation, data cleaning, data analysis, correlation using Jupyter Notebook, NumPy, Tableau, Power BI, working in Jira and Confluence, and going through. So that's pretty much a summation of it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for answering that, Michelle. Okay, then we have I'm very happy to see this question. What is the cost of the course? Which means we were able to explain about the course really well. You can visit our website. There are details of the cost there, and we have very flexible payment plans as well. So yeah, I think you could say it's around 10,000 on the cost, but then obviously you can speak to the admissions person and they'll be able to give you really flexible options as well. So please do visit our website. And as Michelle mentioned, you can hit the apply now button and they will reach out to you as well. Okay, so that's a great question. I'm really happy to see that question, because that means we have a very eager student on board. And I'm really excited to see the student will be there on Monday, on our meetings on Monday. Let's see.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just see. What are the other questions that we have here? So if I join in today, when will my job placement services start? That's a great question again. Michelle, if you would be able to answer that.
Sure. So if you enroll today with the idea that you start on Monday, we do have some marketing prerequisites that must take place. There's 5 of them that you would
Yeah.
need to complete. And the reason that we have prerequisites is not to hold you back or to delay anything. It's to ensure that you are going to be successful in the application process. So I'm sure most of you, right, have been applying for jobs and you're not being successful and something's happening, something's going on. So what we've designed is a process of an assessment, making sure your resume is ATS friendly, going through a mock interview just to see areas that need to be improved upon. And from this, then we can assess how we can best support you moving forward, because our goal is not just to get into marketing. It's different. Anyone can apply for jobs. You've obviously been doing that before and without any success. Even if you've gotten somewhere in that process, but no, you're not securing it. Our process is designed to figure out where you're struggling and then capitalize on that. That's why we've shared it's a holistic, personalized approach. So these prerequisites assess that, and then from there, work with you to fine tune all of that. So as you move into that marketing process, we can hone in on that. So as you are securing interviews, we are figuring out, and you can get that job. So it's not a hindrance, our prerequisites, it's to support you and to ensure that you are going to get the final offer faster instead of where you've come from with thousands. That's not what we want in our process. So when you're answering how soon, we provide you all the information, we give you all of the tools, and we support you each step of the way. But the accountability falls back on you of how quickly. So it's the desire of how quickly do you want to get into this process. So Nidhi and myself want you to get in as quickly as possible. And we do everything in our power to get you there faster. Then the
It's a
question is,
partnership. Yeah, but
how fast do they want to get in? Yeah.
Exactly. We're here to support you. You just need to do a bit of your part, right? Okay, so I can see there's just one more question that's there. So just a quick call out. If you have any questions, please put it up. There's absolutely no dumb questions. And if there is, and yeah, like we all say, some maybe what you put up is a question somebody else has in mind. So you're helping the rest of them who's there here. So the next question is, do I really need to focus on both data analytics and machine learning? I do have some data analytics skill, but I'm not very strong on machine learning. Yeah, I could, Michelle, you wanna? Yeah, I could state a little. So both Michelle and I, we come from boot camps in the past. We've worked with students, by the way, including green card and Americans who are looking to get into the data analytics space in the US job market. But one of the things that you must understand is that it's very competitive in the data analytics space alone. There are just thousands of people who are applying for the same role as you are. And what companies want these days is something a bit extra, somebody with a bit more knowledge, somebody who can handle a little more responsibility rather than just a basic data analytic role. And that's why our bootcamp is focusing on making sure that you have both data analytics and machine learning skill, because then the chances of you getting into a job is much faster. And the good news for you is if you do not have machine learning skill, it's still okay. We have a fundamental course that you can enroll to. Please give a call to our admissions team. So this is a great question. Please reach out to our admissions team, because that team will be able to talk to you about another program that we have, which helps you prep with the machine learning skill that you want before you transition into the live project that we were talking about in the presentation. So I hope that helps. Michelle, if you want to add on anything about, because you know how the job market is, you're working with students right now who are looking for jobs in this space. So anything that you want to add on about this?
I think you were touching on that is, yes, there are thousands, thousands every couple of months, just coming out of boot camps with experience and have a well-developed GitHub. They have the data analytics, they're having that machine learning experience. And just having a little, I guess that was the question, that was his statement, just having a little is not, as you put it, is not going to cut it. Employers want more. They want to see that extra, as we just said. What have you done else? And one of the questions I've heard from employers over the years is, what are you doing outside of the boot camp? Right. So, okay, you took this boot camp, great. What have you done outside of it? What are you doing now? Which is why we have those 2 capstone projects. And then we also offer other resources. So it's a big thing is, hey, that's great, but there's a saying here in the US is it's a dime a dozen, right? You're doing everything that everybody else is doing. What makes you stand out? And that's what employers want to see. So it's not how tech savvy you are, what have you done above and beyond? If you can do something above and beyond, that makes a better impression. And so that, again, over the years of Nidhi and I placing people and working with students has actually gotten them the jobs. And they weren't the smartest, but they had that drive. They had that oomph of, I really want this.
Yeah.
That's what gets them.
Great. Thank you so much for explaining that, Michelle. Okay, so we have one last question. It's a tricky question. So the question is, do you have a 100% success rate of placing students? As in, do you guys stay with the student until they get the job? Now, for the second part, yes, we're going to be there with you till you get the job. But do we have 100% success rate? That depends on the student. Like I said, it's a partnership. It completely depends on the students partnering with us. Okay, so I cannot share the percentage. We have a very high percentage of students who get placed, but I cannot share percentage. This is just confidential information that we have on the bootcamp. But we do stick with the students. Now, what you must understand is, so it's rigorous in the first 5 months, but even in that 5 months, like we've tried everything, you've tried everything, still it doesn't work. We still have that 3 months period to make sure that you get the job that you need in the market. And one of the things that we have is students, once they graduate, they're with us as an alumni, and we're always there supporting our alumni. We have a lot of successfully placed alumni, so that's something that we are very proud of. But then so it's not like we completely part ways. We're always there with you. You can always reach out to us if there's anything. But then yes, we do support students, and it's a partnership, right? And it's a 8 months period. So yes, I hope that answers. Is there any other question that you guys have in mind? We just give it a couple of more minutes. But then, yeah, we've had a couple of great questions today. So thank you so much for sharing them.
Yeah, they have been great questions. Oh, you're welcome. Our pleasure.
You're welcome. Perfect. So we'll just give it a few more seconds. And I think we've done a pretty good job of explaining what the bootcamp is. So yeah, really, both of us are really excited, and we hope to see you enroll with us and join us next week, hopefully, right?
Wonderful. We would love that.
We would love that.
Yeah. So if there's no more questions, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday. And thank you, Nidhi, for helping out while my internet decided to take a siesta and then come back.
Not a problem at all. Online world, these things happen. It's okay.
Yes. I'm so glad it came back. Right.
Glad you were here as well. I was just going to say, I'm glad you could hop on.
Yes.
And I didn't have to do this whole thing by myself. So yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here, and that's what happens when it's a beautiful day here. The internet decides to go haywire. I love when it's raining and storming, I have internet, and when it's
oh yes,
yes,
you've gone through hurricanes with internet, but
yes, beautiful day, and that's what's been happening to me all week. I'm losing. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We did want to give you just a little bit more time to see if you had anything, but since there's no more questions, Nidhi and I did a fantastic job. Please join us back here for one more session before we end. I believe before we start wrapping up. So again, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday the 13th, which is my lucky day. So, Friday the 13th, which is normally not a good day. This is.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's my lucky day. So take my luck and go do something fantastic on this Friday the 13th. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much. And we'll see you. Bring a friend, invite another friend, and then have them call admissions, everybody. All right. So bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.